You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Colorado and Deion Sanders because one could say we need to put out an all-points bulletin for the Colorado football team because, frankly, they didn't bother to show up last night against Washington State. And, well, Deion Sanders looks completely shell-shocked. And you got to wonder, did that loss to Stanford just break this Colorado team, just fracture it? In case you're keeping a score, they're 4-7 last night. They lost by 42 points to Washington State. Washington State, which, by the way, is now just 5-6. Colorado's 4-7, and they won't be going to a bowl game this year. Now, I got to give one of my favorites credit, Jason Whitlock. He caught on to this potential Deion Sanders fraudulent program weeks ago, and Jason Whitlock has put out a poll to end all polls involving Deion after that loss last night. And look, Deion was losing me when he started parlaying their wins and tying it to blackness or race or something else. And I'm like, what are we doing here, Deion? Because I do believe Deion Sanders can coach. I do believe that. And I think he's got the ability to recruit. I do believe that. And look, they have 4 times the amount of wins they had last year. I get that. They were a 1-win program last year. But it has gotten extremely ugly for Deion Sanders. Ugly. And it all starts right here. I mean, look, I kind of expected them. We expected them to drop this game to Oregon and drop this game to USC, although I would kind of argue that USC loss looks even worse now after seeing Caleb Williams melt down. But it was this game right here, that overtime loss to Stanford, where they were leading and then got sucked up. And then Stanford came back and won. And after that, and we talked about this, it was going to be tough sledding. You were going to have to beat a UCLA or an Oregon State or an Arizona. Well, hell, they lost all of them. They've lost all of them. And then last night, the ultimate insult to injury, I mean, it's 42-7. 42-7. Shedeur Sanders disappeared. 6 for 10, 86 yards, 1 TD. And hell, Deion, look at Deion's face. That's a dude that is shell-shocked. And like I said, Jason Whitlock, he's been calling this a couple of days ago. He's nothing more than LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball. Deion Sanders turned Colorado football into a circus. Why? Deion Sanders' demise at Colorado was so predictable. Whitlock slams Deion Sanders' Pee-wee football being coached at Colorado. He ripped into Stephen A. Smith because, my God, people were talking about Deion Sanders and the Texas A&M job, which, by the way, one of my old teachers may end up getting, Jeff Traylor. Good luck. Jason Whitlock, Deion Sanders, quote, a false god. Because, Deion praises God. Yeah, you turn around, but then you bring race and everything. You had it right the first time in praising God. He's been ripping into Deion supporters, Deion worshipers. And today, Jason Whitlock put out a poll. And, I mean, it was stone cold. It was bigger media race hoax. Coach Prime's miracle in Boulder. Jussie Smollett. Bubba Wallace. Noose. Rachel BYU called me the N-word, Richardson. Those were our 4 choices. As you can see, I still chose Bubba. I think Bubba and Juicy are probably going to lead the way there, but I get Jason's point here. I do. Because there's no doubt the media, and then once Deion started talking about the blackness, oh shit, he became a media darling at that point. You know, Deion went from being sort of a rebel to being just another of the long line of woke elites that are involved with sports. And, of course, when you lose like you did last night, you get your ass drug on social media. Quote, this is what Deion said, by the way. They came out and executed, kicked our butts. I never fathomed that this would have been the conclusion of the score if you would have asked me a week or two. There's no way. A clearly dejected Sanders told the media after the game. There he is right there. Yeah, he looked like hell. And people did not let Prime slide. And I like Prime. I do. He's one of the greatest NFL players of all time. I think he's a good coach. But you've talked so much shit and you make things about race, you prop the door open for when your team has had a epic, and I do mean epic, meltdown the last half of the year, you open yourself up for a lot of criticism, deservingly so. Does Deion still have receipts? Or can we use our receipts now? Question mark. Oh, wow. Looks like Deion Sanders' Louis Vuitton luggage was a knockoff from Canal Street. Wazoo looks like they're trying to make Deion quit after this game. Yeah, some were like, damn, are they trying to actually send him out of coaching? Dad, what were those 3 weeks in September 2023 of Colorado football like with Deion? Oh, Vince McMahon. Yeah, little Vince this morning in yeah. Deion, do you believe now? Me. Chappelle. Nah, man, I'm cool. Oh, how about a little Denzel this morning?
It was fun. Not anymore, though, is it? Is it? No, not by now. No, it's not fun anymore. No. Not even a little bit.
I mean, yeah, there you go. It's not any fun anymore. Deion Sanders needs to report another theft. His Louis is missing. His football team is missing. How about a little Dumb and Dumber this morning about some luggage? Yeah, Deion taking a look at his luggage. It's Samsonite. I was way off. Everybody loves a little Dumb and Dumber. I love it. Oh, I love it. Deion, I'm bringing my luggage with me. His luggage. The hobo trying to jump on the train. Oh, and look, the Clarissa Thompson ones. I mean, it's really good. They're really good. Quote, I spoke with Colorado head coach Deion Sanders at halftime, and he said everything is looking fine. Quote, I spoke with Deion Sanders, and he told me that the first half really wasn't that bad. Clarissa Thompson. I love it. I love it. I really do. Look, do I think this team is going to be better next year? Yeah, I think this Colorado team, I want to be fair, I think this Colorado team will be better next year. Okay, another round of recruiting. He's got to get, and I'm going to get football-y on you for a second, but he's got to get the offensive and defensive lines taken care of. They need much bigger dudes and bigger sides on both sides of those lines. When they played Oregon, that defensive line looked tiny next to Oregon's offensive line, and they got drove in that game because of it. He's got to rectify those two massive issues. Look, you can have all the flashy quarterbacks you want and the skill guys you want, but if you can't keep your dudes upright and you can't get to the quarterback, you're going to be in trouble. Here we are, not going to a bowl game at all. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Deion, that season is over. One game left. Number 16, Utah. It's going to be a bloodbath. Peace. I'm out.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.